Yeah, so now the international community, the one who really care about the global and peace and security, should now gather themselves to protect the world order. We need to protect the international institutions. Now the attacking against UN itself, the attacking against the international justice institutions like International Criminal Court, this is the biggest challenge that we face as a human being and as a woman. So today, it's the 80th anniversary of the UN itself, and the UN, most of its conventions, most of its agreements didn't take its place to the implementation. The same thing with the 1325 resolution. After 25 years, it's just a slogan. So what we need to turn the words to be an action. And that needs really that we all gather ourselves, all governments, NGOs, individuals. We are really under a big threat. That the authoritarianism is rising. The war conflict is expanding. The hate and racism is also expanding and used as a weapons to divide people, to justify the autocracy, to justify the atrocities. And we as a woman, after 25 years of our great resolution, victory of this resolution, we have to unify ourselves to face all these threats. So what the international community do? All the people, all the governments, the democratic governments, the countries, nations, has to gather themselves to protect the global peace and to protect the global security. How? By many things. First, don't give up in front of the dictatorial camps. The dictators, they gather themselves day after day, and they become stronger and stronger, and we became weaker and weaker. First, because the international community, the superpower democratic countries, they give up their values, principles from one hand, and from the other hand they started to frustrate the honest people or honest NGOs or the honest government. They started to frustrate that what can we do? Everything is collapsed. No! We shouldn't give up. We shouldn't give up. We individuals, we NGOs, we governments, and we were discussing about yesterday how all the governments in front of the Trump speech that they were silenced. Nobody defended at least to their country. The same thing with other things. Also, the genocide that is happening in Gaza. Now I'm so satisfied, I'm so happy, and thank you for every country that recognized Palestine in this very important moment. This is a very important victory for women, for children, for people in Palestine and in humanity. But this should be before. Now, after the recognition, how will make this recognition to protect women and children in Palestine? The same thing in my country, Yemen, that suffer a lot from wars and from militia, from Houthi militia, and from wars that waged by, Saudi and Emirates and Iran. And the same thing now we in Ukraine, in Sudan, in Congo. So the suffer is everywhere. How can we do? How can we unite ourselves? I assure you that we can do it together. We have to believe in ourselves. We have to unite ourselves, and we have to believe on the young people. The international community has a lot of things to do. First thing, they have now to gather themselves to protect the world order.